Before we get too far into talking about XPAL and
Mm.
all your amazing friends there at the conference, uh, you said that it was amazing and incredible. Well, I'll tell you what else and who else was amazing and incredible.
Welcome to the Detailing Down Under podcast, the place for everything auto detailing in Australia right now. Here's your host, Dale Guthrie.
G'day and welcome to the Detailing Down Under podcast. I'm your host, Dale Guthrie. And once again, here with my co-host, Joe. Good evening, mate. How are we?
Good evening. Really, really good, man. How you been? How's South Australia going? Still freezing cold?
It's always freezing cold. Yeah, we're in the single digit still. So,
Still.
yeah, it's not
Wow.
too bad. Oh, it's not too bad now, but yeah, no, at night it gets nice. Clear sunny skies and a bit chilly, but it's fine. We work indoors, so it's all good.
Yeah, living the dream.
Yep. How about you?
It's good, man. Yeah, nah, doing really well. It's pretty wet and miserable up here, so yeah, keep the fans on. Doors are open on the car behind me, drying out overnight after shampooing the hell out of it, and yeah, it's good stuff, man.
Yeah,
Doesn't sound good, does it? But
you gotta love it.
um,
Interior
yeah,
job.
yeah, yeah, that's right. Yeah, yeah, it's good. So, but no, business is going good, keeping real busy, and a lot's been going on. Much been going on your way?
Absolutely. So I think we reported on the last step that I had the Expel dealer conference in
Yes.
Sydney the other week. So awesome show from Expel Australia. So I did suspect that they would turn it on, and yeah, they did. It was unbelievable with how the professionalism of that brand on how they operate and run
Before
conferences.
before we before we get too far into talking about XPAL and
Mm.
all your amazing friends there at the conference, uh, you said that it was amazing and incredible. Well, I'll tell you what else and who else was amazing and incredible. And that was the Mighty Maroons, the Queensland Origin team. I was a little bit unsure last podcast, right? Like how they're going to go. But did you hear or see anything about it? Or were you just,
No, you did. I think you sent me
naive?
something, and I think it was an absolute upset, wasn't it? You guys killed them.
Absolute upset.
Yep.
Yes. New South Wales went in like we're the big dogs. We know footy. Like we got all the All-Star team, and they got smashed. Like Queensland played perfect. They made one mistake in like it wasn't until the 60th minute in the game they actually made a mistake. Like that's unheard of, probably in any football type of football, soccer, AFL, rugby league. And you remember how I was telling you about the guy who his dad passed
Yep.
away like days before. Well, man, he came out and played his socks off. Like he played so well. Like and just like I think not so much New South Welshmen, they probably turned the TV off, but any Queenslander watching the aftermath of just all the teammates coming around him, giving him big hugs of just like that reality of like, okay, the game's over now. He's it's just really sunk in. Like, I mean, I was nearly like tearing up, hey, just watching it. Like it was just crazy. And yeah, I think we're going to be talking about this for a long time and just rubbing it into all the New South Wales boys out there, boys and girls. But because they're all starting to say dynasty and New South Wales are going to win it after their game one win.
Yep.
But I'm just going to keep on going because I know I'm going to upset people. But if you're really upset, you can send us a message and I'll just ignore it anyway. But yeah, it was a great win by Queensland. And the underdog, mate, we get footy. Queensland understands it. We know what the jersey means to us. And I say it as if I'm the one playing. I'm clearly not. I would get belted if I went out there. But it was really, really cool to watch. So you should watch the mini on KO.
Yep.
You really should. I'm gonna send it to you.
No, I hear all about it. Like I don't follow the news hugely, but I follow sport a bit. But yeah, I could ever since you said all the build up to it, and then seeing the result, and I think even the score at half time. Like you see some people's comments online, and it's like they didn't even turn up, and then you like look at the result, and you're like, oh wow. You guys
Because
actually
that's
won.
what happened in game two. Like over in Perth, neutral ground, Queensland were up, whatever it was, 24-0 or 20. It was a massive lead in the first half. And then the second half, New South Wales came out. And New South Wales, because they missed all their conversions and they get 2 points when they get a conversion,
Mm.
they missed all their kicks. So they actually, if they got at least two of them, they would have beaten Queensland. Um, but they didn't, and Queensland got all their kicks, and so Queensland won game two. And at halftime in game three, when Queensland were up big time in the first half, there was just that little niggle in the background of like, what if they come out in New South Wales can come out and they can dominate? We've seen it happen before. But even the second half, man, they just didn't stand a chance. It was
Hmm.
it was absolute bliss. And hearing it from professional rugby league players, like ex-players who played for New South Wales, were just like absolute gobsmacked. Like it was so cool to hear them just saying, wow, like Queensland were just the way better team. Because usually there's whinging, there's excuses, there's referee calls, and there's always bad ref calls, but it was pretty even both sides. But anyway, this is not a rugby league podcast, but I just really wanted to put that in there. I'm sorry if we lost a few listeners. Sorry, Dale.
That's all
Um,
right. No F1 this week, so we thought we'd
yeah, I
yeah
know.
mix it up.
Mid-season break. What is this?
Um,
That Cadillac team's looking pretty good coming together.
well, Christian Horner's not.
Oh, yeah, there was some news there. Holy moly. Christian Horner, jeez. I'm calling it. George Russell going to Red Bull. Max Verstappen going to Mercedes. I can just see it happening, eh?
I thought he was leaving, but I think Max is staying.
Mm.
Yep,
Man, Drive to Survive are going to have a field day this
yep,
year and next year with the
yeah.
new cars and stuff.
So, or the other one was Max is going to Mercedes with George as his teammate.
Yeah, right.
There's another one.
And where would Antonelli go?
I'm not sure.
Ferrari reserve driver.
Yeah. You see that one? I seen that one the other night. So yeah, no, there's a bit happening, but yeah, though we'll have another chat anyway. So yeah, I'll harp on about the expel thing. Yeah, it was good.
Yeah, go for
So
it. So how was it, mate? Like, I'm not digging expel at all, but you told me, you gave me a little taste of what it was like, and it looked incredible. Just like the effort they put into it. It wasn't just like a chit chat. Let's just all catch up, have some drinks. Like
no,
it looked like that they were super intentional. Like we're here to give you the best experience, but so you leave, really stoked that you're with Expel. Tell us about it.
pretty much. Yep. So the way they do it, I think it's like a mini version of their XDC in Texas. So they do these every year in Australia. So they have breakout sessions for 45 minutes, and there's like they run like four at a time. So you could pick different. So one's about tinting, one's about house tinting, windscreen paint protection film, coloured PPF, marine. Just they had a few good American guys, or there was probably about five of them, all from America. So there's a couple
Wow.
of them, Chris West and yeah, another guy, Mike. So they were unbelievable. You'd have a session with them guys, and they just talk about your business, about the marketing side of things, and yeah, like I want to get Mike on, so he actually does a podcast himself. So we chatted quickly, and he goes, "Yeah, man, get me on." So he's keen.
I believe he went to the State of Origin as well while he was over
Oh,
here.
really?
I did a little stalking on Instagram.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's been getting around a bit. Yeah, so he's
That'd be great.
yeah, and because he does a podcast, he's like Mike Burke. Sorry, Mike Burke. Shout out. Awesome guy. Like knows his stuff. Has a lot of tip shops in America. So definitely knows business. So and a lot of the guys do know business and stuff. So it's yeah, not all about that. But yeah, we did a bit of that, and then yeah, the Friday night we did a bit of a windscreen film install comp. So a lot of
Nice.
guys had a crack at that. So yeah, that was cool to see. Saturday was pretty much the same setup. They did a bit of a different sort of intro that day, and then same sessions ran throughout the Saturday as well. So you never missed out on any sessions. If I went to a couple twice to hear different things. So yeah, good takeouts. Probably look at doing window tinting on my end. I've never done it, but yeah, probably a little bit of a market here for it that's missing.
Yeah.
Bit of an
Yeah.
add-on for what
Yeah,
we do
definitely.
already.
And you've got the plotter as well. I'm assuming they got templates for tin
Yep.
as well at
Yeah.
Expel. So
Yep.
yeah, it's
So
definitely in the same family suite kind of thing,
yep.
right? Like, yeah,
Yeah. They released. Oh, another big one was their coloured PPF. So
yeah,
bit different. The colours. Australia was the first to get all those colours released. So there's 16 colours, I'm pretty sure. So they all are not all out there colours. They're all not like full sparkles. Like they
just
all
run of the mill,
Yep. They all
red,
represent
green.
different brands and
Cool, cool.
famous colours. Like obviously Ferrari red there.
Yeah,
There's a few Porsche colours, McLaren, BMW. So there's a few there that they're all not out there. So it's they all have a meaning behind them, which is a cool story. Saturday night we went to the zoo, Sydney Zoo, and then that was our sort of
wrap some
awards.
animals.
Yeah.
Did PPF on some elephants or something? Yeah,
Had some beers in front of the orangutans, and
yeah,
yeah, the guys got some awards. I scored a watch, so
yeah.
that was
Nice.
pretty funny. That was from they had it running like a social media content comp throughout the couple of days. So yeah, I upset a few boys, and first time XTC, I scored the watch, and some other boys were
Boom.
trying very hard for that, and I was sort of just cruising along, just posting stories, and yeah, I
Yep.
thought mine was good. So yeah, no, it was all in word of fun, but so
You showed him who the big dog really is, hey.
yeah, there's a few.
Did
Yeah, it was so
what
funny.
was it hands on much? Like were you apart from the windscreen competition or whatever it was, were you like, getting the blades out? Because everyone already knows how to do PPF. Was it just more watching and
Yep.
video and presentation? Yep.
Yeah, demonstrations of window film,
Yep.
and then the color introduction, sort of the marine film, what they're getting into as well, that market. So yeah, no, a lot of just chatting, even with the business side with the two guys there, Chris and Mike. So it was about they'd just talk about anything. They'd look up, oh, how many Google reviews? What do you look? How do you look on Google and stuff like that? Like
Yeah, cool.
they just chat about anything. So it was really
Yep.
good that way. And if you had questions, you could hit them up because
Yep.
they've all done it. They've been there. I think Chris West is like the number one installer for XDC PPF install
Mm.
comps and stuff like that. So I think he goes pretty well. And yeah, it was just good to meet all the guys that we sort of listened to us and some new ones as well. So yeah, it was really cool. So
It's cool because obviously it was all about how to expand your business,
yep,
and with the amazing range from Expels. So that's obviously going to benefit you. You're learning from the best, but it's also going to benefit them because you're buying their stuff. And
yep.
and yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah. So, no, it was really cool. I enjoyed it. I think some new guys that have only not long signed up, similar to me, really seen had been to other conferences and seen how well they've done it. Yeah, and being at Sydney Motorsport Park, it was a cool location for it. So
Yeah, awesome.
yeah, no, ran very well. So
That's great.
good bunch of guys and girls. So
How many were there?
I thought they were pushing for 100, but I think there was probably 60 maybe, but I don't know where I got the 100 from, but I thought they were pushing for a fair few, but there was a few more at the sort of the awards night than it was sort of during the day. So yeah, there
That's
was,
still a lot of people though. 60 people, like
yeah, yep,
60 different businesses essentially. Yeah,
yeah,
all around
yeah, no, there was a
Australia.
lot of, yeah, and a lot of locals, and then, yeah, got to chat to all the Sydney guys, and yeah, they got a interesting market up there.
Were
So,
there a few cheeky Suntech invites or just all strictly Expel?
there was more, so there was some invites
Ooh.
there. that the guys will be probably signing up to. So
Oh,
a
okay.
lot of
Oh,
couple of questions around. Oh, we had like a DAP, so that's their software, Expel
yeah.
DAP. So there was some guys coming from Core to DAP
Yeah.
system. So there was some questions about that, how good Core is still
Yeah.
compared to DAP. And they agree that yeah, we've got some work to do. So yeah,
Mm.
it's interesting. But yeah, no, there was a few there.
Oh, wow. Good to know. A little bit of insight there.
Yep. So
Cheeky.
yeah, yeah.
That's good. That's good. That's good to hear.
So, but no, it
Well,
was yeah, really cool.
awesome, man. Well, tonight we want to keep it on the PPF theme. And we thought it'd be really good to talk about, how do you actually get into permutation film? Like it's quite a different step to cleaning a car.
Mm,
Like detailing a car is so different to doing permutation film. Installing a ceramic coating is so different to installing film. Um, and so how and why did you get into PPF, Dale?
Um, another word I call it is it's not a cheap hobby as well.
Mm,
So, what did I start with? So, the word of bush wraps come up in my area
yeah,
from a customer. He didn't actually want it. He was thinking of getting it for his own vehicle, and I'd
yeah.
never heard of it. So then I'd done my research. Um, like I say, no one does film in my area, so it was sort of a bit of a market. I never thought I'd do film because I always thought it sort of doesn't work detailing and film sort of yeah nah different area of service I thought and I'm like
And there are some people that still roll with that, right? Like it's
mm,
strictly nah, just doing coatings and
yeah
paint correction. Yeah, which is
yeah
fine.
yeah and I'm like well how do you get to install film from becoming a detailer like doing interiors and polishing
Yeah,
and now you want to wrap cars and I'm like good
yeah,
point
yeah.
so yeah no I just like I say to everyone if you do want to get into film yeah bush wraps is an easy entry um and that's how I did. I went off and done the training. I had to fly to Brisbane and spend 4 nights up there. So yeah, it was a basic training. It was very intro. If you've never touched film, they do say grab a kit, try and install it, then come up and do it as well, and then do it that way. So it was very basic intro training for anyone that's never touched film. So that's which was good.
So why did you get into it though? Because like I feel like there's a lot of pressure on details to do PPF because they're potentially watching other businesses around them
Mm.
like, oh, now they're doing PPF and oh my goodness, look what they're wrapping and their business must be growing. So sometimes I feel like we can be propelled into it because out of fear or out of like I'm missing out, FOMO, I'm missing out of these great opportunities. Um, yeah, like why did you think you should start doing it in your business?
I think it was just another skill to learn
Yep.
it at the start, and I'm like, well, we'll give it a go. Even like you still stress out about how it is, like you know yourself, trying to still learn it. So it's like
Yep.
far out. And my only real thing was another market. There's no market for it here, I would be the only one doing it, like I am still. So I thought it's something different to do to make yourself like we
Mm.
were doing coatings. Not many others were. We're still like one of the only ones, probably one of three in town doing coding. So I always look for something different to separate what sets you apart to the other businesses in everything. So that's sort of where I was looking at that. Different skill, like we'll give it a crack. If it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. But I think if you go in, you have to sort of then keep doing it. And I wasn't doing
Yeah.
it consistently for various reasons for my other side gig. So it was like, and that's what they say. If you do it, you need to do it constantly to be too good at it. So, and I think I picked it up quite well.
Yeah.
Yeah, nothing's perfect, but I think just trying to separate us from everyone else in town. So, and
Yeah.
that's sort of where it's become now. And when you grab a plotter, like there's 10 grand there. So
Mm.
it's the whole cheap hobby. It's not that cheap. So, bit like motorsport, but um, yeah, that's why I say it's not cheap to get into. If you are want to get in, you have to get into it full noise and stick to it. And that's sort of what we've done. So that's the plan going forward.
What was your first car you wrapped? like even with bush wraps?
It was me father-in-law's, what are they, like a PX3 Ranger or whatever it was?
Oh yeah,
One of the
the
old shapes.
previous the
Yep.
previous shape. Yeah.
Yeah, I just put a cape kit on that. I'm 100% sure that kit is still there. It was meant to be
Mm.
removed because he was trading it in and someone privately bought that. So it would be interesting to see that vehicle right
How
now
many
because
years ago was that?
that was early 2022.
Oh yeah.
They're
So
only they're only good for 12 months.
yeah, 3 years later, it's now a yellow BT50
Yes,
or Ford Ranger or whatever it is.
it was white. Now it's
Yeah,
yellow.
yeah.
So
Oh,
I think, yeah, they say 12 months because I think quality trying to get that off after
yeah.
beyond that. So after 3 years, man, there'd be millions of pieces of plastic. But yeah, no, I did that. Just we had to buy the kit. Um, I think I done all right, but yeah, if you
And
want
you
to
got training with bush wraps. Sorry to cut you off
after
then.
that, yeah, after that,
Yeah, after that. So you just kind of winged it, bit of YouTube, bit of this, bit of
yep,
that.
yep,
Yeah,
yeah. Like
good.
all the kits, they send you the thing, the instructions, you scan the video, the code for the video, but I even say to the customers now, I said the videos make it look easy, but and they because they
Oh,
ring you up and they go,
always.
"Can you do this kit? I've had to go at one panel, but it's all full of bubbles, and I don't
Yeah,
think I can do it." And I'm like, "Well, they still require a little bit of stretching spots."
yeah.
Um, so yeah, that was it, and we've been off and running since. So that's sort of after doing that, and then now to bring on Expel like late last year, you're sort of in full time or in deep now, like yeah, it's not cheap.
And how did you keep upskilling yourself? Like you started on bush
Uh,
wraps, but it's a big jump from going the DIY kits to like wrapped edges, you know? So how did you transition?
oh, we were doing a bit of that at the training. So we got because
Cool.
we were like earlier on once when bush wraps were doing trainings, it was one of the earlier sort of installers to bring it on. So we learn all that, and then you sort of then become the pro kit installer certified sort of thing. And even then, like you still just what do we say, wing it, but
Yep.
you're still trying to think you're doing a good job. And then even when I wrap my own car, like I see imperfections now on that. Like not at the time, you're like, oh, I could get that better, but then now you see what you
Yeah.
can do. You're like, oh, that's no good. That's no good. That's terrible. So,
Yeah.
um, but yeah, and some things you actually surprise yourself with, and you sort of,
Yeah.
yeah, you look at YouTube and stuff, but yeah, once you do it yourself, it's like, holy hell, it's not as easy as that it looks.
Everything that is done by a professional looks pretty easy. You know, like they make it look easy,
Mm,
you know, yeah, whether it's like concreting, you know, getting that concrete just beautiful, nice and smooth, no creases, watching a pro do it or a plasterer or you know what I mean? Like
yep.
just anything. And it's like, oh, I could do that. And you have a go, you're like, nope. I'll pay you whatever you want, you know. So um and even like even coding, like even coding a car, like just how you use how to wipe off without leaving high spots, like how you hold the towel. Like I remember teaching staff and they'll just kind of scrunch the towel up. Like, no, you can't scrunch it up. And you can't just have your hand perfectly flat on it. You got to like let the towel sit in between your fingers a little bit. So you grip it slightly, but not too hard, not too soft. You know, like you sound a
Mm.
bit weird. And I urge you guys to have a really like intentional think about it when you are leveling off a car. But there's a very specific way to do it. But it just looks like you're just rubbing it off, like wax on, wax off. Come on, let's go, Karate Kid. But there's more to it, you know.
Yeah.
Um, actually, I just yeah,
What
go on.
about your intro into film?
Yeah, I so it was like a teenage relationship where we had multiple breakups. Okay. I changed my Facebook, you know, profile to it's complicated.
Yep.
um, but I first learnt on a Porsche GT3 RS
Oh,
to do a full body wrap or a track pack or something like that because I had guys coming in to teach me how to do it. And I don't hold anything against these guys. Like they're doing really, really good now. But if you had to ask me, were they really good at teaching PPF at that time? on that day, I would say hell no.
Mm.
Um, I was so scared. I was just like so stressing out because they were trying to teach me how to wrap this like near new GT3 RS, like a Stormtrooper version. Looked incredible, and we're doing this track pack, and I kind of got the vibe they were still learning as well.
Oh no.
Um, so, and it was like, you just do that. You just stretch here and you manipulate here. But I'm like, why? Why? Like, why do I do that? How? What does that even mean? And yeah, so that was really rough. And then I broke up with PPF after that because I was like, it just really like, I was like, man, I can't do this to people's cars. Like, that's just, it was something I was going through. And then I got back into it again about 6 months later, and I paid someone to pretty much come work with me for 3 days straight. I think I may have shared this on a previous podcast,
Mm.
but yeah, he's like a pro installer in Brisbane. And so he came and worked with us, and I just got customers' cars in, did it for like cost price, pretty much like lost money. But I just thought this is the only way we're going to learn to do real life cars and get as much value out of this guy as possible. So I can learn on all different types of panels, different curves, all that kind of stuff. And that was really good. And then we jumped onto like an Audi RS6 wagon to do a full body wrap straight after that. So every time thrown to the deep end. But yeah, and surprisingly, like what you said, it's like we did a pretty good job. Like it was
Mm.
actually quite good, and we did it for a really good price because he knew we were still pretty fresh in the game. Well, we were very fresh. Um, and then but now you look back and you're like, oh man, that was terrible. Like, you can just do it so much better now. But that's the journey though, because you're always learning. You After you do an install, you just want to rip it off and do it again, right? Because you can do it better. Um, but yeah, that was our journey, and we were right in the midst of the Tesla wave of Teslas during COVID. So we just had Tesla after Tesla after Tesla, and learning how to stretch on those front bars, got a plotter like yourself, all that. And that was really good because Tesla owners at the time weren't car people, and they still aren't. So it was really helpful to learn on those cars. I know that sounds terrible, but it's the truth, right? Like you're still learning as you're doing the job. Like
Mm.
you do one car or even five cars, you're still learning so much. Um, yeah, and that was great. And so it was me and one of my employees. I was like, we're doing it together. And then I was trying to train him so that he would surpass me so that I wouldn't be the bottleneck. It wouldn't have to all run through me. So yeah, it's a process though. We didn't do any bush wraps. I think I did one bush wraps kit because a customer really wanted it. And it was a car that came out from like West Queensland, and just the dust everywhere. Like it was just impossible to do it. Um, but yeah, so it's mainly been templates and a bit of bulking, but that's been my journey anyway. And now I'm just mainly doing bush wraps up here in North Queensland because that's all people really want to spend money on, which is fine, and I'm cool with that because it's just put on and done pretty quickly, as you know.
Yep. No.
What's been your biggest challenges though? Like you're mainly on your own. I know you have an offsider who does a fantastic job, which would be your lovely wife.
She does.
She's probably the best out of both of you. No, just joking. She listens to the podcast, hey, so
She's a smarter one.
yeah, she's the smarter one, right? So yeah, like what would be your biggest challenges? Because I've seen some of those trucks you do. I'm like, mate,
And
how do you even?
that's the thing. Like everyone starts the basic or whatever. We've just done all random stuff in it, and I go, "Oh, this is so hard," and it took a little bit to get down, or we got it, but damn. And they're like, you talk to other people, and you go, "That is so hard that panel." And like, I'm trying
Mm,
to do it like straight off the bat without like I'm just going full noise in and having a crack
yeah,
and trying to get it, and I'm like, "Oh, it's not right," or like probably the hardest one to date is still the Shelby F-150 I did, the bonnet of that. Like I had to study that and the front bar, like the front bar kit come as it was, but the bonnet, go and Google one of them bonnets.
wow,
I had to cheat on it because it was just the grills in it. And what I mean by cheat, I had to do a join in And the way I did it, you've got the Shelby stripes over the bonnet. I
Yeah.
sort of hidden the join on one next to the stripe.
Yep.
So because when you do all the top and you got these two grills at the front, and then there's like this hump in the middle, and there was so many fingers at the front, and there was this bunching of film everywhere, and it was like, where's all this gonna go? I'm screwed. It's just like,
Oh,
and people online, like you watch your YouTube, they start wrapping it, and then they show to the end. I'm like, well, what'd you do in the middle? How'd you get all that down?
yeah, very
And you
selective
literally,
video recording.
yep. I'm just like, damn it, no one's showing you the hard bit. So that like stuff like that, and then even what did I try? A customer goes, oh, he got a new Harley Davidson Road Glide,
Oh yeah.
full front end fender thing, flaring. So I tried to wrap that in one piece, and I was just no, not
Not
good.
happening.
No, and it should be probably a two-piece thing. Yeah, most do it in two pieces. I
They're the
was just,
big bikes, hey. They got
yep,
like the big bags on them
yep,
and
the
uh,
cruisers, yeah.
softest
So
paint in the world too.
yeah, yeah. So I just stretched and mucked around, and we ended up just pulling it off. And I said, oh, I'll see how I go if I can get it in one piece. Like I was just having a crack, and we pulled it off and ended up just ceramic coating it. So
And that's part of the challenge, right? Financially.
yeah.
Like it involves money. So a lot of it too. Like I don't know how much money, I think I was telling you this, like I don't know how much money I lost just by the plotter messing up.
Mm, yep.
Like and there's so like I was always working on a rule like, don't plot more than 3 meters, because the longer you do it, the higher the chance, the longer you let that film be rolling in and out, the higher the chance of it messing up. But we had a big run of like Porsches, like 911s and stuff like that. And when you're doing a side of a Porsche, like where the fuel cap is, like it's like the cant rail, and it's also it runs underneath like the sills, like it's a really long, like massive C. And so it's like you have to you got to cut a really long piece, unless you're bulking or whatever. And I just remember the plotter messed up on one of those, and you're just
Oh,
counting the dollars that when you throw it in the bin, you're like, this is the most expensive wheelie bin out there. Like, the amount of film. Like, can I do anything with this film? Like, you're trying to think, be creative, but yeah. So that is a challenge, just the financial burden of it, of just like you said with that bike, like just ripping it off. I know it wouldn't have been too much because it was pretty small piece, but it
yeah.
still adds up. Like, we think like, wasting ceramic coating, like a little bit left in a ceramic coating bottle, like, oh, there's a lot of money there. It's like, man, PPF trumps that so easily.
Yep.
So I think like getting into it, you have to be ready to not be very profitable for a while, or if at all,
Yep.
especially if you want to start right. Yeah. And especially doing right by your customer, not charging top dollar like first day in. That's just not right in my book. But
Mm.
yeah, that was probably my biggest challenge, just like financially. It's like, cool, it was a $5,000 or $6,000 job or whatever it was, and it's like, yeah, but we probably spent that in film and labor and everything else. So
Yep.
yeah.
And even like you say that you do the job, it leaves immaculate, and then it comes back, and you go, well,
Dum dum dum.
that's lifted, or that's lifted. You're like, what the hell? So
Yeah.
then you got to maybe redo a panel, or spend time clean that car, and yeah, trying to fix it. So that's the other half that you probably don't hear and see. And I must say, friend of the show, he done a post the other day, which was actually quite good, and explained Elias, Detail Lab, pretty
Ah,
sure.
yes.
Yeah, he
Good
done
friend.
like he's like, oh, putting this film on, and he cut the wrong film for the bar,
Uh,
and he actually showed it. I was like, that's like not many people are showing their markups with film,
yeah.
so I just thought that was hilarious. Like, yeah, someone actually posted that, like putting this on. Oh crap! And then I think another person that we know of commented, "Yeah, I did the same the other week." So
Yeah, right.
these are
Yeah.
like real life. What actually happens with film? You can cut the wrong piece or whatever. But and then another one was when I was in Sydney the other week. My young fella has got a thing with Lamborghinis. So
Mm.
we went to a shop that sells them, private dealer, and all the cars are in
Oh,
there wrapped. Did I send
oh
you
yeah.
that Ferrari? I don't know if I did.
No. A Ferrari or a Lamborghini?
This one was a Ferrari. So I was looking at
Okay.
the film installs on all these cars.
Oh yeah, you showed me that amazing job they did.
Yeah.
Not.
So yeah.
I thought
The
your son did it. I thought he did it, you know?
yeah.
And he's 6, right?
Yep. Yeah. I know that
Oh,
I'm not awesome, but man, this Ferrari's so bad. I couldn't believe it. Like the hand cuts on it and the joins were just miles apart, and the template went around the badge, and which you work on a car like that, I would assume you'd take badges off and
yeah,
film.
or at least minimize that template so there's not like like we're talking it was like what at least 5 mil. The edge of the film was 5 mil at least away from the emblem.
Yep,
It wasn't like it was within 2 or 3 mil. It was at least 5 to 7
it
mil.
was way out. Yeah.
Yeah, on a white. It was a white too, wasn't it?
No, it was like a sky blue
Oh, that was
Ferrari.
yeah.
So I don't know exactly the model, but it was one of the rarer ones, and it was $1 million car. And I'm like, how can you let that go out like that? Like working on that
Mm,
car, you'd be wanting everything immaculate, but depends what they're getting paid for it, obviously. So
yeah.
yeah, so
Mm.
interesting, but yeah, I just thought walking through that shop, just studying installs, how
You
other
feel a lot
people.
better walking out of it.
Oh, a little bit, but that's the funny thing. I said, you guys work on Ferraris like the Expel conference. I said, we just work on Land Cruisers and stuff. We
Yeah.
don't see any of this stuff. So yeah, I'm quite happy with
But
what we
you know,
work on.
stuff like that though is kind of good to keep a record of, even just for your customers, of like saying, hey, like this is actually the standard at a Ferrari dealership, not using as an excuse or anything, but
Mm,
just to give customers, because sometimes customers can, if they're watching too much YouTube, Instagram, highlight reels, all that kind of stuff, they can think that PPF is like completely perfect, seamless, like, you know what I mean?
mm,
And so it's just a little bit of reality, like, hey, this is not that we would do it like this, but this is what they're putting out in on $1 million car. And this is how much better we do our installs. So, be a little bit nicer to me
yeah,
or whatever it is. You know what I mean? Like, so just to give a bit of perspective and context to how uh, the level of quality can range, which may actually be reflected in the price as well, or the
yeah.
quote. Yeah.
Even Matt from Fusion, who we had on recently, he explained
Yeah.
about all that, the difference in the installs and stuff. So
Yeah.
it is a big thing. And templates versus bulking, like I was always told bulking's the way to go, but yeah, we are doing templates with bush wrap, so
Yeah.
it's only yeah, you get used to that. So
Yeah.
and that could be like I know that Ferrari, like you can adjust templates and stuff. So yeah, it was just interesting looking at other like high end cars of huge value. It was just like, man, how do that's I was spinning out like joins on bonnets and stuff. Like couldn't believe it. But
Yeah. Like I could, like if it's a massive bonnet where you got to use a 72-inch roll,
I think that's what they didn't do. I think they probably didn't have that.
right.
So they've done a
Yeah.
butt joins down each side of the guard.
Mm.
So yeah, but hey,
Oh
I'm
well.
not perfect, but I'm just like I was just absolutely spinning out. I was like, holy hell. So
Because you walk in there and your expectations are like, hey, if I'm doing this level, surely you guys are way up here.
yeah,
Next
yep,
minute,
yeah. So,
quite the
but
opposite.
it was quite funny. The guy, my son was standing in front of a black Lambo, and the guy messaged me. He goes, "We wrap that," and I said, "That was actually a good job." Being
Oh,
honest,
good.
I couldn't believe it. I was like, "Yeah, that's you'd be happy with that."
Yeah, good.
But yeah, and he messaged and said he'd wrap that. His shop did that, so I was like, "Cool."
Mm,
I'm like, I sent him the blue one. I said, "You do this one?" He goes, "Nope."
yeah.
Hey, but yeah, it was definitely an eye opener part of film. So, and probably another one on the there's if we want to talk training as well. Um, forget his name. Oh crap, Alex from Australian Detail Professionals.
Yep.
He is was doing, or he's no, he's doing PPF courses, intro into PPF. So
Oh, nice.
yeah,
Is he traveling around for that, or is he?
he is. Yeah,
Yeah,
I think
cool.
he's going to Adelaide and Melbourne, and literally just yeah, putting film down and cutting it and trimming it and yeah, getting hands on. So that was another one I wanted to bring up as well. So he's yeah, jump on his website about his upcoming courses. And he's doing paint correction and coatings as well. So yeah, that was another one I meant to bring up.
Yeah, good. Good for startups, I guess. Hey, people who
Yeah,
want
and
to
I think
upskill.
that's his intention. Like people, like it's a inexpensive way to get your hands on film and give it a go and see if it's for you or not. Like I
100%.
I
Yeah.
went and done bush wraps and without touching film
Mm.
except for that cape kit. So yeah, you'll soon realize. And there's people in that course that I did from bush wraps who are not doing film. They've just stuck to coatings and corrections. So it's not for them. So
Yeah, I think if you think it's not a good fit for you, don't be too tough on yourself because a lot of people fall through the cracks.
yep.
Like, I think even bush wraps have their own stats about that. I think I remember she told me it was like one in every five people only go through to actually offering it
Mm,
like to clients because it is it's it's really challenging. Like it's unlocking a different part of your brain, essentially. You could put it like that. Like even like, this might sound silly, but like I drum, right? I play drums. And when I was learning, I couldn't play drums for many years, but I wanted to learn the drums. I used to play trumpet and I absolutely hated it when I was in school. And but I wanted to play drums so much I had to teach myself by tapping and like trying to get the beat. And it was like all of a sudden it was just like this aha moment, like something clicked in my mind and it like unlocked. I went up a level like Mario, like I went up a level and I was like, oh, okay, I'm starting to get it now. I can see how it's working. And I find PPF can be the same. Like when you unlocked that, like how stretching works and what you can do, what you can't do, what's possible, and just manipulating the film. It's like you have these aha moments, and you just slowly gain that experience. But sometimes at first, when you're that initial learning period, it can be so confronting, and you're just like, "What am I looking at? Like, what's this film doing? I can't even keep it on the panel, let alone like, and people probably can complicate it too when they're teaching you, like having seven different types of slip solutions and five different, squeegees. Like just dumb it down for the poor bloke, just to get him off the ground. Yeah, but it's good. So it's just take it steady, and if it's not for you, don't worry about it. Just keep on doing what you're doing and stay in your lane and do the best you can.
mm. Yeah,
But
no,
like,
it's, yeah, reading the film as they say, like
mm,
reducing the fingers and the stretch, like you said.
yeah.
So it's
Because you
yeah,
got to look, you're looking at what you're doing in the moment, like which part of the car you're lining up, but you also got to look ahead of yourself as well, right? Like what's the rest of the film doing? How much how much have I stretched it? And oh, okay, if I've lined this up, but now all the part over there is not going to line up. That obviously guys who are already doing PPF are on their eyes at me because they already know that. But for the people who are not doing it, this is like what you got to be thinking of. But
mm.
I wanted to ask you about pricing. Um, everyone has their idea of what's the right price and what's the industry standard. Um, but I believe it really comes down to your business and your overheads. And yes, obviously you want to be able to be around that industry standard number, but how do you figure out what your pricing is going to be, especially when you got people who have different types of they want just the front doors done, and oh, I wouldn't mind this panel over here, and oh, I'd like one headlight done as well, like how do you figure out your pricing structure?
It's still ongoing at the moment,
Okay.
but yeah, we sort of would say around like for front end, so your front bar, bonnet, fenders, mirrors. So you'd be around the 3K mark at the
Yeah.
moment. So
Yeah.
yeah,
But
that's
how did you get to that? Like, what's your algo?
oh,
What's
it's
your
sort of
algorithm?
a bit of a thing through our Expel training as well. So
Ooh,
we talk
okay, yeah,
about that.
mystery, mystery, yeah,
Yep.
okay. Um, You
And
can tell me later.
even with bush wraps, we from the dealer conferences we had sort of our set pricing
Yeah,
standards as well with through them, like an install cost. So yeah, that's how we base it on. But yeah, the at the moment we still are we get some good, we get some bad. It is hard to try and we sort of work off the DAP software as well, so square meterage, how many meters that what they're going to do, and
yeah, yeah,
yeah, so you sort of times that by a number, and yeah, it is quoting is hard, and that did come up the other week about quoting and
yeah.
trying to get that better, but yeah, it's sort of yeah, it's one of them funny ones, but
Because templating can save you a lot of time of like you're not trimming off heaps of film, like if you're bulking.
mm,
But where you lose a lot of time is the weeding,
weeding,
like
yep,
weeding the film out. Like if you're doing a full body wrap and there's a lot of pieces, like you can spend hours weeding,
yep,
and that's if everything goes good.
yeah,
So yeah, there's time lost there, and you got to factor that in. Um,
100%,
so ideally, it's good to know how much like what your film costs per meter would be a good start, and then trying to figure out how much you want to get paid yourself per hour,
yep,
and just do the basic maths there, and just factoring all the time from prepping the car to chucking the film in the bin, everything because even tidying up after doing a car.
yep.
I don't know about you, but you have a lot of little offcuts here and there, like just little trimming pieces. Like, if you can, time can add up for that too, like really tidying up the shop and stuff like that.
Yeah, heat sealing and trimming. Um, yeah, if need be, and then just cleaning the car. Like
Yeah,
factoring in, that was another thing that we were sort of losing out very early. Um, you got to wash the car.
yeah,
So we put a detailing fee in all packages. So I think it's about $300.
yeah,
So depends. That could be cheaper on if it's only in just for front bar. So we would hardly do anything. So
yeah.
yeah, and there's
Because
another.
it's not just the basic wash, had too. Like you're going
Yeah,
pretty thorough.
yeah. And we'd probably end up giving it a half a vacuum in interior anyway before it leaves. So,
Yeah,
um, yeah, same as with like if you can, if you're asking for a decent price, then you try and give them some extras as well. So you might do some interior bits. If you're only doing a front end, you go, I'll do the door cups and luggage strip, like
yeah,
your cutting film somewhere along the line that you can throw in on your
yeah,
software. So stuff like that. If they're humming and hawing about the price, you go, well, I can throw in your screen, your touch screen
yeah,
film, or yeah, or your door cups or whatever.
yeah. I'll
Um,
top up your blinker fluid for you.
there you go. We'll do that. So
I actually did ask an employee to do that once, and he took it literally. Yeah. Poor guy. I felt so bad because I was just making a joke and he was full sold on it. And yeah, I felt so bad after that.
yeah,
Anyway, good boss of the year. So yeah, pricing is obviously different, but it's really important to do your numbers right. Like obviously XPEL has done the numbers for you in a way, so that everyone wins. But if you're not part of XPEL, which a lot of people aren't, really do your numbers because it's so easy to not make any money and just make headaches instead. And
yeah,
because it's the follow up time as well. Like if you do a checkup,
yeah. You got to get that car back. So
yeah, that's time. That's time.
you yeah, that either 2 weeks or a month out depends. Yeah, shops that vary, but yeah, you got to get that back. Yeah, sometimes you might have to give it a wash again and look over it,
Yeah.
trim. So
Is that like a free service that you'd like to do? You like to make it
pretty
free or
much,
yeah,
yeah, yeah. Last one we didn't wash, but we didn't have the time, or they didn't have the time. But yeah, it's you got to factor that in. So what you want to get that car back, and I think the customer likes that as well. Another sell, you get it back, get like a free wash nearly. So that's where
yeah,
you got to factor in the cost. Like people freak out at the price, but then it's all the other little things you're weeding, like you said. Um, your products for your plotter, your blades and stuff, like
yeah,
blades to cut film as well with trimming and everything that goes along with it. So same with coding and detailing all your products and stuff in the background.
Yeah,
So
all adds up.
yeah, it all adds up. So yeah.
Oh, that's good. Especially like alcohol products now. Like I know you have like the gel,
Mm.
but even the Avery gel, like the tacking gel, I think Avery have a tacking gel, like that's pretty expensive. So, but everyone's got a different way to skin the old cat. So, mate, I'll keep these questions rolling for you. What are your most favorite packages to offer for PPF? Or what is probably the most requested package from customers?
Big four-wheel drive market down here. So if they have the budget for sides and bonnet,
Mm,
that's usually the standard. Then you get getting your family cars or your high, like your Range Rovers and stuff. They're looking to do something. Yes, they've already spent $1 million on that Range Rover. They
yeah,
don't want to spend any more to fully wrap it, so we do the front ends for them, bonnet, front end, headlights, bar, fenders, mirrors. So some,
yeah,
believe it or not, can only afford to do the bonnet and the bar. So
yeah.
yeah, they're already on a budget after spending 200 cap plus
couldn't
on.
couldn't get it through Congress.
Couldn't get it through. So
You know, yeah,
yeah, and that's
true
yeah where it
story.
comes back how to sell the film as well. Like yeah, you probably want the best coverage for your customer, but then you got to work in with their budget too. And if you can squeeze in a few extras, so be it. But then you might want to throw a coating over the rest of the car as well. So
Yeah,
you factor that in. We reduce that price, believe it or not, on the coating because the less of the prep. Um,
yeah,
so the film's already on, so there's really only just a wipe down prep. It's not much. You don't have to
mm,
correct that paint anymore. It's got film on it, so we sort of drop that a little bit. There's another easy sell because you know the market or yeah within coating. So, but that most yeah, there's two now. Like yeah, the sides depends what the customer's doing with the vehicle and what sort of vehicle it is. We've got a new little Tiguan, I think it is, coming in
oh,
when it hits the shores. Yeah, that never had film before. She had no idea what it was, and yeah, so yeah, she wants. We thought we'd just do the bar or something, pick and choose. What she was like, up to us. What we. And I said, I'm not trying to sell you the world and fully wrap your car, but I said it's up to you. So, yeah, she's in for front bar, bonnet, and coating. So, yeah,
so
but
how did she get into wanting PPF if she's never heard of it before? Someone tell her about it, maybe.
yeah, previous
Mhm.
customer. Yeah. So it
Ah,
was originally
okay.
coming for coding, and then yeah, we explained about film. I said there's the next level of protection if you want that. And she was open for ideas, and
Yeah, how did
yeah,
that chat go? How did that chat? Because that's a really good thing to talk about. Because if you already are a detailer doing a lot of ceramic coatings, these are the people that are coming back to get their, oh, my wife just bought a new car, I want to get it coated. Hey, what about PPF? Like, how did you bring that conversation in? Because that's a free customer right there.
so you probably asked how long are they having the vehicle for? What do they use it for? The usual ones. She's not doing huge highway miles, but she's hoping to have the vehicle for over 5 years. So we explained what it was. Even though you look at that front end now on that new Volkswagen, there's not a lot of paint on that thing. It's a lot of
Yeah.
open plastic,
Yep.
bare plastic bar. So yeah, we just explained that, and she was open. We gave her the price, and yeah, I wasn't expecting to accept it, and she was happy to do that. So I think she's obviously spent a lot of money on that car. I think the new Tiguan, top of the line, whatever they are, nearly 60 plus, so 60K. So,
They look pretty
but
good too. Looking it up right now. They look a
yeah,
lot better than what they used to.
yeah,
Jeez.
that. So there's not a huge amount to wrap. So we did reduce that bar because like you look at the film, like, but then you look at how much you've got to cut out as well.
Yes, you lose a
So
lot.
look at that wasted film on that bar. So you got
Chuck,
to,
chuck a few luggage strips in there.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So yeah, um, but that's how you got to explain, and that's not film's not for everyone. So
Mm.
when I had one the other day, and oh, they said, oh, we'd taken it off road and we've got some scratches, so we want to get it coated anyway. And I said, well, what about film? Well, you mentioned you're going off road. And oh no, we're not really going off road as much. Like we're not hardcore. I said, right, so I'm not going to push you on getting bush wraps down the side or
Yeah.
expel. I said, yep, sounds like you don't. You just need a coating, so you got
Yeah.
to sort of bring it back. I know you think you're going to miss out on a few dollars, but there's no point pushing all that money to people that I don't think they will want to spend that anyway. So
Yeah.
there you got your two different customers happy to spend or happy to get the information or the direction that they want. And then there's a customer that throws in the off-road word and you go, oh, wow, I'm going to fully wrap this
Yeah.
thing. And they're like, no, I'm hardly like going to do that. I'm not into that at all. But yeah,
Yeah, I always found, and I still find today, if a customer seems really stretched to like get that bigger service done, just pull back, like
yep,
go back a level because when they're stretched and they're stressed, they're gonna unfortunately put like all responsibility onto you because it's like you've talked them into spending all that money. So it's like I had that even with someone who bought a new Lexus. It's like a 300 series Land Cruiser, but it's a Lexus. I forget
yep,
what model it is, but I was trying to recommend like my higher ceramic coating offer because it's just a beautiful car. Like, is it not worth, $1,200? Um, and yeah, and they kind of were a bit stretched for that. And I was like, hey, all good. Let's just do this one here. There's no warranty on it. But then she told me she does like 5,000 kilometers a year. And I was like, yes, let's definitely go with this cheaper option because
mm,
this car is going to spend more time in the garage than on the road. So, I'd be doing a disservice. And then he was just like, yep, let's book in. Let's go. She was super keen. And man, if you're not stressed and you're happy, I'm not stressed and I'm happy. So,
yeah,
which I think is always a safe way, or else they can just nitpick a little bit more when they're really stressed and stretched. Have you ever felt that too?
yeah, yeah. Had that recently. So the guy was like, oh, the coating, he's already getting Bush Wraps Pro and everything else. And he's like, oh, and he done his research, this guy. So half of them, yeah, they look up and get on the forums and stuff, and so he ended up going through with it all. So, and then when they picked it up, they feel the coating on it, and they're like, oh, so, and that was after it come back as well. So for the
Mm.
checkup, so um, yeah, that was good, and they were happy with that. So yeah,
And they're like, so how do I know you haven't put the cape film on? It's like, how do you know the mechanic puts the all right oil in? Like
yeah,
it's called trust.
yes.
And obviously other reasons too. But
How do you know they put oil in it all together?
yeah, yeah. Just could be canola oil for all I know. Yeah,
So
obviously not. Awesome,
it,
man. Like what were we gonna say?
yeah, no, you just got to be honest with your customers. I think I've said that before, and that's why they keep coming back, or you get recommended. That one gave me a box of chocolates. Yeah,
Oh,
there you go. Go
good
figure.
chocolates too, or were they like, reject
Oh, they're a good
shops?
one. They're a good one.
Good one, yeah.
Yeah.
Just Cadbury, or
No,
was it
lint,
like,
lint ones, I think.
ooh,
There we go.
supporting Aussie too, which is good. Ah, that's good. That's when you're in the good books.
Yeah.
That's
No.
good.
But
Um,
one thing I don't see enough is, like I said, people in the disaster film, like there should be more of it. I know we're all wanting to
mm,
show the glossy parts of PPF, but yeah, some of them stories would be pretty interesting to see on socials. But
just seeing like poor installs, is that what you mean? Or
it's
like,
probably the muck ups on doing film. Like,
oh yeah.
yeah, I think even shout out Nathan from Codex. He was so far into it. He stealth wrapped a 79 Land Cruiser the day before, or that day he finished it. Then that day he had another vehicle in and just started stealth wrapping the bonnet and that. But the job was meant to be for gloss.
Oh,
There you
that
go.
sucks.
It sucks. He's wrapped the bonnet with, but it was good, honest, like good, honest content. Like, yeah.
I wonder if he thought for a moment, can I convince this guy to go stealth? Like what can I tell him to convince like stealth is the new, way to go?
Yeah.
We should find out.
Yeah.
But
No,
that
I just
sucks.
I just like seeing that side of things, the honest side of real life even with detailing. Like,
Yeah.
yeah. So, because we've all got it, I know we probably don't want to share it, but yeah, it's the other side of it that we all don't really see and hear about disasters and stuff like that. So,
Yeah. Well,
mm,
even though I told you, I think, but I had a Hilux booked in to like bulk the bonnet and the roof, and
yep.
car got dropped off. I've had the film here, a brand new roll of film for I think like 3 weeks, and you can't tell if it's matte or gloss on the outside of the box. But I ordered gloss, and on the day, car's prepped, open up the box, and I'm just like, I hope this cap sheet is matte, but deep down, I knew there was no cap sheet, and it was Matt. And I'm just like, first of all, I'm like, crap, I made a mistake. I've ordered the wrong box, but I was so certain because when you're spending, you know, 2 grand or whatever it is, a little bit less, you make sure you're ordering the right thing, right?
Mm.
And but the hardest thing, you just feel bad because you're like, you got to tell the customer, it's like I can't actually wrap their car, so I did bush wraps, and I was also bulking as well, and they just had to take the car back, and at least they were happy to wait, and waited like a week, and then I booked them back in and I did the rest. But um yeah, it was just having that conversation because you do sound like an idiot when you're telling them, and it sounds like it's a cop out, but I'm like, it really, so I actually end up showing her the film, and yeah, just like, just so they knew I wasn't just totally just a drop kick. But yeah, it can happen to the best of us. So yeah,
Well, I had one.
no shame in that.
One of my was so we quoted the Range Rover, quoted it. They didn't want the coating. They just wanted the front end done. She's like, yeah, we'll get the bonnet and the bar done. Okay, no worries. Didn't want the fenders done. Thought it was a bit odd, but I said that's okay.
Yeah.
Done that. Didn't do the fenders. Sent them the invoice, and they're like, it's cheaper than the quote. I said, yeah, yeah. And she's like, you didn't do the fenders. I said, no, you said you didn't want them done. Oh yeah, no, we did. I'm like, oh, it's coming back for a checkup. Let's do them then. So
Yeah.
miscommunication.
Yes.
Should have ran through
Yeah.
the job probably a little bit better. If you have a job sheet when the customer arrives and a paint declaration form as well. So yeah, that was sort of on my bad, but
Yeah.
yeah, we got it wrapped. So
That's all right. That's good. Yeah, it's good to point out this is what you're getting, and this is also what you're not getting.
yep.
Like, don't just give people the inclusions, give them the exclusions as well, because when they read, oh, you're doing all these things, oh, surely you're going to wrap that little piece over there as well. Like if you're doing all these other things, or even coding, like, oh, you coded the engine bay too, right? Like surely you would have done that if you coded the outside. And it's like, no,
No.
we did not even mention the engine bay. Even with exterior details, like even as a coding job, like you do it and they're like, oh, so you detailed the interior too. It's like, we only ever talked about the outside. Like, no, like you never even asked me that question. And yeah, so it's always good to just clarify that.
Yep.
um Mate, last question for you. Best way to sell PPF, what do you think is the best way that you've found so far to talk to people about PPF and get them over the line?
Probably like I said, maybe just talk to them what they plan on doing with the vehicle, how it's being
Mm,
driven. Yeah, how long are they keeping the vehicle for,
yeah.
stuff like that. So yeah, you probably give them. So yeah, you give them all the options, and then give them another quote of maybe bush wraps option or a
Yeah.
front end only. So yeah, mix it up a little bit with that. So, but yeah, just I think ask a lot of questions,
Yeah, it's good.
and even double check on drop off. Like I said, make
Mm,
sure what they're even a guy with the Land Cruiser, yeah, he walked me around. You're wrapping that, not wrapping that. Just explain that. But yeah, it all comes in the prep on the phone calls, and even if the customer brings you a car and walk around with them before you give them the quote, explain, yeah, how it's wrapped as well. Maybe show them the film as well. Show them the
yeah,
install that
cool.
you're doing at the moment. Explain that the other week. yeah, so yeah, show them previous jobs, so stuff like that. So yep,
Yeah, I think it's just about being transparent. Hey,
100%.
you be fully open and honest. This is what we're doing. I'm working on a car right now. Come have a look. There's no hiding. There's no, secrecy. You just, we're always open. Come in. Like it can be annoying, especially if you're halfway through a job, but that's what I think. Like nearly all your jobs will convert when they see you actually doing it. Like give
Yep,
them a little taste of it, which is really, really cool. Yeah, no, that's awesome. That's really good advice, man.
bring
Because
bring them into your shop, show them what you're working on. So
yeah,
big one.
yep.
Yep.
Let them get to know you and see you in action and just that you're the real deal. You don't have to be the best though. You don't have to say you're the best, but just seeing you
Yeah.
in action, I think is what matters most. So
Mm.
um, yeah, good, love it.
Yeah. No,
Sign me
that's
up. Where do I sign the dotted line?
go and buy a Potter first. Then you're
Yeah, yeah,
serious.
yeah, yeah. I'll get serious. Get my crap together.
Yeah.
Um, but like in saying that though, like guys, if you are thinking about getting into PPF, I think talking to Dale or even me too, whatever,
Mm.
like we can point you in the right direction. Even if we know people in your area that we know do offer like training on the side or whatever it is. It's always good to do one-on-one training or even in a small group setting. It's just so much easier to just talk to people while you're doing it, hey,
Yep.
rather than just doing it at home, watching YouTube videos and pulling your hair out. So, yeah,
But that,
that's
yeah,
good, man.
there's a lot to it. There's more, like we explained. So
Mm,
yeah, it's, there's a lot into it. Weeding, prep, after stuff. So that's why it's expensive.
yeah, yeah, and like this can sound like we are getting paid by bush rats, but we're definitely not. We can show you
No.
the bank statements to prove it. But like getting into bush wraps is such a great way because they're just like doing the doors and front guards and stuff like their advanced and cape kits are really good to like learn on in a way
Mm,
because they are DIY kits, but um giving yourself experience buying them and then saying to a mate, can I install it on your car? Let's go halves in the kit and I'll do it for free or something just
mm,
so there's like no strings attached. You're learning, your mate's benefiting off it, or a customer maybe do it for free for a really good customer, or just even half price or whatever it is, and just slowly build up, get more experience, get more confidence, and then keep on going from there. So yeah, there's many ways to do it.
that's right. So,
Awesome, mate. Thank
oh,
you.
no, thank you, mate. We'll wrap it up. So we've
Yeah.
got our the account app coming up as well. So we'll
Yes.
shout out for them questions. So keep them
Yep.
coming in. So that's definitely happening. So, and we do have a few more on the horizon as well. We're just sort of sorting out times and stuff. So,
Yeah. Times of
yep.
fun.
Oh yeah, we're all busy and
Yeah.
we're all here and there. I'm around for a bit, but I do have to duck away overseas apparently. So
Mm, tough gig. Man,
detailing,
detailing podcast pays a lot, eh?
yeah.
Just kidding. Awesome, man. Well, thanks heaps. Thanks heaps, guys, for listening.
Yep. No. And if anyone's got any questions, yeah, or any ideas, shout them out. So
Yeah.
yeah. All right. Let's get out of here. Cheers,
Let's
Joe.
go, mate. See you later.
Cheers.
Good
See ya.
night. See you, everyone.
Bye.
That was another episode of the Detailing Down Under podcast. Subscribe now for everything auto detailing in Australia.